If you lie, I will curse your name until I die.
If I fail, curse me while I still live.
The village of Nambara lived in fear long before anyone spoke of heroes. At night, something moved beyond the trees, silent, patient, deadly. A massive black-maned lion had learned the village's rhythms. It waited for lamps to go out, for prayers to soften into sleep, and then it struck. Livestock vanished, huts were broken open, and worst of all, children were taken. By the time the third child died, fear had replaced sleep. The villagers whispered of curses and spirits. Hunters feared, elders argued, mothers held their children tighter, knowing it still wouldn't be enough.
Gone.
That was when Kaito arrived. He came alone, walking into Nambara at sunset, carrying nothing but a spear and the weight of many battles behind his eyes. He didn't boast, he didn't promise miracles, he listened. The villagers looked at him with desperate hope, the kind people feel when there is nothing left to lose. When asked if he could kill the lion, Kaito answered simply, yes. A grieving mother named Amara, hollowed by loss, stepped forward and warned him. If he lied, she would curse his name until death. Kaito met her eyes and told her the truth. If he failed, she could curse him while he still lived. That night, Kaito studied the forest. He followed tracks, examined claw marks, and listened to the silence. He refused help, knowing fear makes noise, and noise gets you killed. On the fourth night, the lion attacked again. Screams ripped through the village as the beast tore into the goat pens. Men ran in panic, torches fell, children cried. Kaito ran toward the sound. The lion was larger than the stories allowed, scarred, confident, intelligent. It lunged. Kaito dodged, baited it, and at the perfect moment drove his spear deep into its chest. The lion roared, not in rage, but in shock. Even monsters forget they can bleed. When the lion fell, the village erupted. Kaito was lifted onto shoulders, bloodied and wounded. They called him savior. Mothers pressed their children against him. The village chief, Bemba, wept openly and promised Kaito anything he desired. Kaito asked for nothing, only rest. For a short while, peace returned. But gratitude is fragile. Fear is not. As days passed, Kaito's wounds slowed him. Food grew scarce. Whispers replaced praise. Some villagers began to wonder why Kaito knew the lion's movements, why it appeared when he arrived and died when he decided. A young hunter named Jengo, whose brother had been killed by the lion, confronted Kaito. He questioned how Kaito knew so much. Kaito answered calmly, explaining predators' repeat patterns, but doubt had already taken root. Fear doesn't need truth, it only needs a target. When another animal was found dead, clearly not the lion's doing, panic returned. Elders gathered. Bemba, once grateful, now avoided Kaito's eyes. The village was uneasy, they said. Some believed the curse remained. Amara, the grieving mother who once begged for salvation, stepped forward again. This time she asked Kaito to leave. If he truly saved them, his absence would restore peace. Kaito understood then. They didn't want the truth, they wanted comfort. That night, torches surrounded his hut. Jengo stood at the front, spear shaking in his hands. He accused Kaito of bringing the curse, of feeding it, of ending it only when it pleased him. Kaito laughed, not from humor, but pain. He reminded them he bled for them. Bemba stepped forward, tears streaming down his face, and whispered the final betrayal. Sometimes a sacrifice is still required. They dragged Kaito to the edge of the forest. Jengo hesitated. If Kaito was innocent, would he forgive them? Kaito looked at him calmly
If you
and
were
spoke
brave,
his final
you wouldn't need
truth.
forgiveness.
If you are brave, you wouldn't need forgiveness.
If you were
The
brave,
spear
you
struck.
wouldn't need forgiveness.
Kaito died alone, swallowed by the forest he had protected them from. The village believed peace had returned, and for a time it did, until another roar echoed deeper in the forest, stronger, more dangerous than the first. When the villagers ran for help, there was no savior left to betray, only the memory of one they killed, because fear is easier than courage.